Welcome to Module 1 of the NetWaste Tool video tutorials. This is the first of 4 modules. Together these modules demonstrate how to use the NetWaste tool from registration through to final reporting. Module 1 introduces the tool and explains who should use the tool and when, data inputs and outputs, how to register as a user, and how to set up a new project. Once you've seen Module 1, you can watch Module 2 to learn how to input components into the tool. Module 3 will show you how to analyse waste arisings and recycle content, and Module 4 will allow you to manage your project. The NetWaste tool is a free online resource for forecasting construction waste at the detailed design stage. The tool also forecasts recycled content. Anyone can use the tool, however it helps if you can interpret a cost plan or bill of quantities. Therefore, quantity surveyors are best placed to enter project data into the tool. Analysis of the waste data and recording actions to be taken forward is best done by someone with a good understanding of site waste management practices. This could be the project manager or a sustainability expert. The tool is free, however time is required to enter project data and analyse the results. The time required depends on the project size and complexity. The tool provides several important benefits, including identifying opportunities to reduce the cost of waste, increase recycled content and increase reuse, provide waste forecast data for your project site waste management plan, and demonstrate corporate social responsibility. The tool provides high-level results as shown here, and more detailed results which can be downloaded in Excel. The results are displayed according to 3 levels of practice: standard practice or baseline, which is calculated based on typical industry wastage rates collected by RAP. Good practice is the potential to improve based on industry good practice wastage rates. Projected practice is based on the user's selection of actions to move towards good practice. You can see here that projected practice falls somewhere between baseline and good practice. The results provided by the tool include recycled content, massive waste arisings and waste to landfill, value of wasted materials, cost of waste disposal, and the total cost of waste, which is the value of wasted materials plus the cost of waste disposal. This example shows the results for a medium-sized concrete frame office. You can see the clear potential to increase recycled content and reduce the quantity and cost of waste. This is the project homepage. Each project you create in the tool has its own homepage from where you can access all the tool's functionality. When you set up a project in the tool, you are required to provide some basic project information, including project value and program. This information, combined with a basic cost plan, allows the tool to be used earlier in the project timeline. However, using a bill of quantities will provide a more detailed input. The most time-consuming step in using the NetWaste tool is entering the project specification by choosing from an extensive list of components. The tool needs to know what materials are being used and in what quantities in order to apply wastage rates and calculate waste arisings. Module 2 explains how to do this. Once the component data for your project has been entered, you can move on to the next step, analysis. The analysis stage will help you identify how to reduce waste and increase segregation and recovery. You can also investigate opportunities to increase recycled content. Module 3 explains these tasks. Post-construction, you can upload actual waste data to the tool and compare the actual wastage against the tool's estimates. This is optional. The NetWaste tool provides both high-level and detailed results. High-level results show waste arisings, waste to landfill, recycled content, and cost of waste. These results can be viewed on the graphs on the project homepage and in tables via the View Summary Results button. A detailed Excel report, including waste data by waste stream, can be accessed via the Generate Reports button. This is where you will find your waste forecast to include in the project site waste management plan. If you wish, you can start using the tool while listening to the video tutorials. A workbook has been developed to help you do this. You can access the workbook via this link. You can print the workbook and follow along. I will indicate when you should pause and use the workbook with this symbol. The tool works best with Internet Explorer version 8 or greater and Safari 3.2 or greater. If you're using Internet Explorer 8 and find the screen doesn't render properly, select this icon to change the security settings. Now I'll demonstrate how to access the tool and set up a new project. The tool can be accessed through RAP's website, but we're going to use the quick link nwtool.rap.org.uk. This is the common landing screen for RAP's waste forecasting tools. The NetWaste tool is the correct tool to use at the detailed design stage. Other tools have been developed for use by designers at the outline design stage. You may find it useful to add this link to your favourites. Let's click on the NetWaste tool button. This is the landing page for the NetWaste tool. You can access guidance documents from the Quick Start Guide and Tool Resources button. This page provides several download options, including a Quick Start Guide, the Detailed User Guide, a brochure explaining the tool's functionality, the tool's dataset, and a data report that explains the various sources of the tool's datasets. Let's go back to the Welcome page and click on Start using the NetWaste tool. You can now set up a user account. Click on Register and fill in the form. You will be automatically logged in after submitting the form. You can use this login to access all of RAP's waste measurement tools, including the Designing Out Waste tools. Remember your password, as you can only register your email address with the tools once. When you are logged in, you will find yourself in your own account screen. When you set up your first project, you will find it listed here. From this screen, you can access projects that other users have given you access to. These are called guest user projects. You can also access example projects provided by RAP. You can also move projects to the archive. The menu bar at the top of the screen allows you to download guidance documents, or access the help menu, or begin adding new projects. Once you have created a few of your own projects, you can also use this page to group projects together and create schemes or corporate reports. For example, multiple buildings on the one site or portfolios. Let's click on My Schemes and take a look. First, we need to click on Add New Scheme. Now we can give the scheme a name and make notes of any targets and requirements that relate to the scheme. Then click Save. Then we choose which projects to add to the scheme. Let's add an office project. Then we tell the tool which of our available office projects to include in the scheme. I'm going to add 2 concrete framed offices. And then I'll press Save. This gives me access to a report of the scheme. This report combines the results from our selected projects. Let's go back to the My Projects page and start a brand new project from scratch. To add a new project, simply click on Add New Project. You can use this screen to start a new project from scratch or use an existing project as the basis for a new project. To use an existing project, you need the project owner to give you the project ID and password, or they can give you guest user access. To start a new project from scratch, select the project type from the list. Each project type gives access to a different set of specification options, so it's important to choose the type that best fits your project. To begin setting up a new project, you need to enter basic project details including project name, location and construction cost. You will notice there are 4 boxes you can tick for items which are relevant to your project. These include demolition, excavation, strip out and external works. If your project includes demolition on site, you can estimate the quantities by selecting to launch the Demolition Quantities Estimator. If you have excavation on site, you can enter your estimate either in tonnes or volume. Let's look at the Demolition Quantities Estimator. This pop-up box gives you the option to either estimate demolition waste or enter actual demolition tonnage if known. To use the estimator, you will need to select the type of building to be demolished, its length, width and height. The tool will then calculate an estimate of the demolition waste. It's also a good idea to enter your project timeline for building and external works on site. This enables the tool to provide you with the best waste segregation options over time. You can also enter information on project quantities. This is optional, but it's particularly useful if you do not have access to a detailed bill of quantities and you would like the tool to estimate material quantities for you. For example, by providing the perimeter length, number of stories and floor-to-floor height, the tool can estimate the area of your external wall specification. It's necessary to fill in project quantities information if you want the tool to estimate strip-out quantities for you. If your project will have strip-out waste, first tick the strip-out box, then enter the percentage of the total project floor area made up of refurbishment activities. Then expand the project quantities box and fill in the fields. Underneath the project quantities, you will find the Stripout Quantities Estimator. Simply select the elements of the existing building that will be removed. The tool will add the estimated quantities of strip-out waste to your final waste results. You will also have the opportunity to record any instances where strip-out or demolition materials are reused in the new construction. This is covered in Module 2. Now we can press Save to continue setting up our new project. Now that the tool has some basic project details, it has set up your project homepage. You can access everything you need from this screen. You will always be taken back to the screen after completing each task. You can change your project details at any time by clicking on Edit Project Details. This screen also gives you access to download options, including the full user guide, a data report, and the tool's dataset. You can also access user options, including editing your personal account details. You can access the Help menu and log out from here. You will notice the home page already provides some results on the graphs for waste arisings, waste to landfill, recycled content, and cost of waste. This represents the demolition and strip-out waste we've just added to the project. These amounts will change again after we add the project specification, which is discussed in Module 2. Then we will need to take action to reduce the waste and increase recycled content, which is covered in Module 3. That concludes Module 1. We have covered the net waste tool, what, why, when and who, inputs and outputs, how to access the tool, how to register as a new user, how to set up a new project or access an existing project, and how to enter project details. Now that you've seen Module 1, you may wish to watch Module 2, which demonstrates how to input components into the tool. You can continue using the workbook in Module 2. Module 3 shows you how to analyse a project, and Module 4 shows you how to manage a project.